What's up, Hurricane fans? Happy Saturday once again. Last night, the Miami Hurricanes held their second spring scrimmage at Hard Rock Stadium. It was at night as opposed to during the day for the first one last week. And Coach Manny Diaz had some notes and some stats for us. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right in. So, of course, the first thing everyone wants to know is, how did the quarterbacks look? Well, it seems like Tyler Van Dyke pretty much picked up right where he left off. He went 13 of 17 last night for 190 yards and 3 touchdown passes. Look, I know we're not physically there to see it, but those stats are very solid, very efficient. Hearing he was very poised in the pocket, so all good things there. Jake Garcia, his stat line didn't quite look as impressive as the first scrimmage when he went 15 of 19. This week he went 18 of 27, 164 yards, a touchdown and a pick. So not bad, decent numbers there. But I think a little adversity for the young guy is very good. Remember, he's still a true freshman, learning the offense, and had that foot injury to deal with up until right before the first scrimmage. So it's good to see him in there battling at least. So that's nice to hear. As for the receivers go, Mike Harley was very limited as far as his participation in the scrimmage. He only had 3 catches for 34 yards and a touchdown. But from what I'm hearing, there's a few guys on this team that pretty much have their spot locked up because they've looked so good during the week. They don't really need to go out there and prove anything in these scrimmages. They're getting limited snaps. Don Chaney, I'm hearing, is another one like that, and because really I haven't heard any injury issues with him or Mike Harley, so it's got to be that they're kind of holding him back, limiting the possibility for injury in these scrimmages, because really that's the last thing they need. They've been looking great in practice, and they really have nothing much to prove for right now. So that was Mike Harley's stat line. D. Wiggins, nice to see his name pop up. 5 catches for 63 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hopefully there were no drops or anything like that. And I would love to know how he's looking on 50-50 balls. Is he fighting for the ball? Is he being aggressive? Is he attacking it as opposed to just letting it come to him, trying to draw a flag and things like that? Those are some things I would love to know. But solid stat line for D. Wiggins there. As for the running backs, Cam Harris, from what I'm hearing, had the play of the night where he's running towards the end zone and just leaps right over a defender on his way to the end zone for a touchdown. So awesome. I always like to hear that. Cam Harris, he's hearing all of us saying that Don Chaney should be the starter, but I'm sure he's not having it, and I'm sure he's going to have something to say about that. As is Jalen Knighton, now going into his second year with the program. He was the leading rusher last night, actually. 66 yards on 12 carries. Looked very good. That's a very good yards per carry average. And I think that's all I have for now for the offense. As for the defense, I heard some stats that I like there as well. Cam Williams, that's a name I've been waiting to hear pop up in the spring. He's a guy that I really liked what I saw last year early on when he got some playing time. He looked very disruptive. And last night was no different. He had 4 tackles and a pass breakup. So nice to hear another name besides Zach McLeod at defensive end performing well. So that's good. Avery Huff, 6 tackles last night. Good stuff. Again, a goal that I had for this team in my mind is they got to solidify that second linebacker spot, that weak side linebacker. And no matter how good Avery Huff plays in the spring, I'm sure they're going to still go out and find somebody in the portal that has more in-game experience, which is fine. Nothing wrong with depth. I like having that. You want layers of talent. But if Avery Huff can be that other guy that could at least rotate in, maybe even start, that would be fantastic, because I think he's the most athletic linebacker we got. So good stuff there. DJ Ivy, couple pass breakups. Bubba Bolden had an interception, just continuing to do Bubba Bolden things. Cam Kinchins, that was a name that I was really excited to hear last night. Cam Kinchins had 5 tackles on the night, and from what I've heard since he arrived in Coral Gables, he has the highest football IQ probably of that entire secondary room, which is insane to hear because, first of all, he's a true freshman, and second of all, he doesn't have the experience of some of the other guys. So that's a guy that, aside from James Williams, Leonard Taylor, the 5-star guys, obviously, keep an eye out for Cam Kinchins. With Amari Carter switching positions, look for this guy to maybe crack the 2 deep. He's going to get some snaps this year as well. I know James Williams is the uber talented 6'5", 220-pound guy that's a freak athlete. He's going to get snaps, obviously, but don't be shocked if Cam Kinchins maybe gets just as much, if not more, playing time by the end of this freshman campaign for both those guys. So those are pretty much all the stats I have for you guys now. I did hear that the special teams look pretty solid. Kicking game looked good. No complaints there. And that's pretty much it for me for now. Stay tuned tomorrow. That will be not on my channel, on the Miami Flow channel. We will have our weekly show at 8:30 p.m. I'll be putting it out on my social media and all that stuff, so stay tuned for that. We got the Canes unit next Tuesday. We'll likely be discussing the scrimmage and recruiting and things like that. And that's pretty much it for me, guys. Please, if you can do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the notification bell. It's all free. It costs you nothing, and it literally takes a second. And have a great rest of your Saturday, everybody. As always, it's all about that you. Go Canes.